Welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series Division A. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of ProBUs. We've got 8-Bit on the Varian, Ace on the Alarak, Qatar on the Uther, not sure who that person is, John Bunyan on the Tassadar, and Shoepuff will be playing the Hogger. To the right-hand side, we're looking at the members of Game of Throws, or GOTS for short. You've got Bella on the Orphea. A lot of Orphea today, I like it. I'm sure Big Scary Duck's a fan. Mr. Hustler on the Anubrak, Mojo, like Mojo Jojo, on the Greymane. Beachy Man on the Stukov, and Top Gun on the Imperius. So, we're going to do a little Alarak prediction, chat. How much sadism will he have by the end of the game? Alarak does have talent augments that can reduce his sadism. So he could have 100 or less. And his baseline, if he doesn't take any talent augments, which is kind of hard to do at level 13 specifically, because at level 13 you have to take a talent augment that gives you more sadism, blah, blah, blah. But his baseline is 130. But hey, the game could end before he gets to that talent tier as Alarak goes down. Oh, chat, I don't know if that sways you, but your gamble's going. Get your predictions in. That Alarak will be first blood for the side of Game of Throws. Oh, geez, I forget how this ends. Kappa. Oh, well then, perfect betting. Perfect betting then. A Hogger will fall as well. Quick rotations from Game of Throws. I want to forget how it started. Well then. The gamble's still going. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because we don't have any believers on mass sadism. Either way. Alright, 2 kills early on for the side of Game of Throws, but hey, you know what? That might not be the telltale sign of how things go. Uh-oh, Ace. Uh-oh, Ace. Uh-oh. Okay, alright, my apologies on that one, never mind. As Greymane jumps into mid lane onto Ektar, the Celestial Charge, Ektar, no, not like this! Alright, chat, we're just gonna go look at Harrison Jones for the rest of the game. We're just gonna go, I think this is maybe where, Ace and Ektar might want the camera just to lie for the rest of the game. Oh boy, ouch. If I could stop dropping frames, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, Spectrum. Still having issues, but at least the frame droppage is small enough where most of you don't notice. I'm so sorry. 4 kills early on, and a bit of experience lead for the side of Game of Throws. Hogger. Poor Hogger. Poor Hogger getting beat up in these rotations. Should I have not grabbed this game? Oh boy. I am so sorry. I was joking around about flaming Ektar, but oof. Anyways, alright, so we do have the rotations continuing. 8-Bit is going to dodge the first round of CC, but can this Varian get away? Yes, John Bunyan with the electric fence at level 4 will be able to slow down the enemy team. Slow down the enemy team. And Ace will play it safe in top lane. Like I said, I'm ready to be heard again. Can you show the XP breakdown? Sure, absolutely, bud. There you go. XP breakdown, currently these 5 kills have yielded 1,768 extra experience, over to the side of Game of Throws. Minion experience is down by about 1,500 or so, but there's maybe like a wave or so to clear. Still, so like minion experience is down, and because they're focusing on kill rotations, but they're making up in kill rotations. Now look at this. As we see a double kill come through, 2 kills have almost mitigated the experience advantage from the 5 early game heroic kills. We used to talk about this a lot in CCL. Like, I would always bring this up during an early game kill, and it was mostly just because like it was good information, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, early game kill. Like, I think some people are like, It's like League, early game kill, you're losing so much. And realistically, like, early game kills don't yield a ton of experience. What they do deny is also, it'll be some of the minion experience. So, like, let's say you kill the solo laner and no one rotates up, they'll miss a wave or two. And that's where you can start to pull ahead a little bit. So it's a combination of things, but I'm sure you have your own reasons for wanting to see the experience. I'm just rambling here to anyone who might not know. Control 5 or 7? Control 7 is your KDAs. Control 5 is your self-healing. Control 4 is your experience totals. And 3 is your APM, 2 is your overall stats. For damage, siege, and roll. Mr. Hustler, able to burrow out, lurking arm from the Stukov as the Celestial Charge will be shy of the enemy. Show you the talents right here. I'm sure some of you might have missed some of the earlier talents because I was on that experience for a little bit. We'll leave this up for just a touch here as we do want to take a look at Shoe Puff in the bottom lane. I'll cycle through the other numbers a little bit later on since we were just kind of looking at them already. Top Gunner with 15 to be turned in. Going to be delayed out by Ektar. You should probably map it to your stream deck. I actually, so when I say the phrase, and let's cycle through the numbers, that is a button on my stream deck that is set up to go to, like, Control 2, wait X amount of milliseconds. Go to Control 4, wait X amount of milliseconds. And then it repeats that until, and then I say, all right, so then it sets back to Control 1. So it has like a singular cycle. What I do actually want to do to my stream deck, and I've been meaning to do this, and I think this is something everyone should realistically do, you should bind and unpause to your stream deck. So that way you can literally, because you can set like hotkey combos. Like this right here, this is a hotkey. Oh, hold on one second, I have to select. This is a hotkey combo. This is Control Alt K. This is one button on my stream deck. That's it. So I can just blop, blop, blop. But like you could literally set it to do, okay, like you could set it to do the countdown and an unpause and have like a few milliseconds in between each of those commands. So you can just push one button and then it does the unpause as an admin. Anyways. Sorry, I was thinking about it. This is what I think about when I'm not streaming, is stuff I can do for my stream. Smart Baha. I mean, I love what I do, and I think about it often. Always just trying to make the stream a little bit better for the audience. 109 sadism currently for the Alarak, as we do have a Mojo Jojo. Silence, taunted, dead. All right, some revenge in the bottom lane. We can actually, hey, you know what? This is a good comparison. We were talking about it earlier. Let's go ahead and cycle through those numbers, and we can take a look at the experience deficit or differences from 4 to 5 kills versus early versus, let's say, this is early mid-game, maybe mid-game. Bottom lane fort goes down. I say, like, it's hard to say because, like, 7 minutes on Tomb, like, that's either half the game or the first third of it. Tomb is either, like, 12 to 14 or 24 to 26 minutes. So there you go, the experience difference. The experience difference right there from heroic kills. Less heroic kills, but later game experience values. Sorry, I'm just skimming through chat. Hostile, I need to set up a IQ reset like you have. That's what I need to figure out how to do. Celestial Charge, that's 35 gems that could be dropped, and they will be. Can anyone pick them up? Ektar will be broken out of the cocoon. I kept wanting to say bop out of the cocoon. That's not right. Celestial Charge. Alarak gets the Divine Shield. He doesn't look for a turnaround. He doesn't look for a turn of tables. Greymane jumping onto 8-bit here. Taunted by the Varian. No tower shots onto Greymane. Ektar 42! 42 gems, and they're zoned. They're trying to zone them. John Bunyan wants it, but he can't. 42 gems! Oh, no! As the boss will be worked on by the members of Game of Thrones. I thought of that when you said you have one day off, you still do stream stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm editing videos, I'm making the schedule. Like this Monday, I need to work on Best of Baja 6. I need to finish that video for you guys. And I already need to start collecting clips for Best of Baja 7. I already need to start collecting for that. And then there's other, like, I can probably start setting stuff up for Nations Cup. It never ends. I usually get, like, half a day off in reality. Like, usually do stream stuff in the morning, and then by, like, lunch I can go snowboarding, get some takeout, and then watch some movies. And then usually go to bed by, like, 9, 10 o'clock. Sag? What? At my schedule? As I said, I love what I do. I'm honestly fine with it, because I get to do this every day. Lurking Arm from Stukov as the Electric Fence from Tassadar comes out. The Eternal Feast from Orphea. That is a W from the Varian. The parry with the Protect at level 10 keeps 8-Bit alive. Tassadar with some last little bit of damage onto the Orphea. Nice telekinesis onto Mr. Hustler, who gets the Burrow charge out. 8-Bit goes in for the taunt, the charge, and another Force Wall from John Bunyan. I gotta say, John Bunyan's playing these Force Walls really, really well for the team, and they have been critical in a couple of these kills. Well played in the late game for the side of ProBUs, as they will lose their top lane fort, but still find themselves a couple kills, maybe a bit of reprieve on the map, but definitely some revenge for those earlier gems dropped. Ah, 6 times 9 gems. I like how you did the math there. That was clever. Very clever, Ektar. So let's see. We have carried objectives, control 6. You can see who's got what. Pretty split when it comes to gems on the side of ProBUs, mostly being carried over on the side of Game of Throws. 16 talent tier almost here to the side of ProBUs, as they're maybe sharking around for a turn-in. Honestly, they could just wait for this wave to crash in, clear it safely, and then go for a turn-in. Keep in mind, Hogger in the bottom lane, he will peek up, he will show up on the map. Needs to be a little careful about getting ganked hard, and I think Shoepuff is, Shoepuff's realizing this. Gonna play it to the lower end of the lane in case a bounce is needed. Meanwhile, back in mid, the wave is cleared out, more gems to be picked up, and that 16 talent tier, it's closing very quickly. Either the members of Game of Thrones have to pull the trigger on a play, or they're going to have to just defend down 16 talent tiers, and I think that is the case, the latter of the two statements. Camps, waves to be cleared out. Shoepuff with 9, checks the bush with an easy throw dynamite. Top lane turn in. The enemy team will soon show up in the bottom lane, or at least Greymane's going to show in the bottom lane. So with that, it's the clear sign to go turn in. Alarak clears out the top lane, and what is achieved? Also, I do want to point out, Blade of the High Lord. Basic attacks against enemy heroes increase sadism by 2% up to 40%. So Alarak's max sadism currently can be 170%. 0 stacks on the Chaos Reigns. Oh, are we doing math in chat? Exclamation math. Look, all I'm going to say is you made a 69 joke. I'm not going to fight you on that one. Also, I'm not going to try and do the math either. Mojo! Mojo pulled into play. Shoepuff dives in with a Hog Wild. Eternal Feast from Orphea gets a few procs right there. And this is the top lane fort to fall. Mid lane fort will go down. Enough siege available there, as this is Greymane down for 27 seconds. Banner of Dalaran down, which will be strong for the Alarak, strong for the Tassadar, as it is a spell power increase. 40%, I believe? 20%. No, 40% would be insane if you really think about it. Alarak picking up some damage here, or excuse me, I thought he actually picked up a stack on the Chaos Reigns. I don't know why. I swore he picked up a stack on that one. I thought he got the double hit with the Discord Strike. Is it not updating? Is this? No, that's weird. I swore he got the double right there. It only shows the full day. Yeah, so he's hit 9 out of 15 heroes, but it doesn't show a stack until you finish that reward, so that's why. Still, 144 sadism for our Alarak player. Oh my god. One person bet with 10. I really hope that Alarak ends the game with 131 or more sadism. Just for that one predictor. Whoever put it 10 down on that, I hope it's you. One second. My apologies. Sorry about that. Cocoon onto Tassadar, a little bounce around from Hogger through the enemy teams. Cocoon will expire soon. The Divine Shield onto Alarak as they try and back away. Ace so very low, telekinesis! And Anubrak can't, oh no, Anubrak does go for it! Anubrak goes for the attempted kill onto Ace, but it doesn't work out. John Bunyan, can he get a Q? He gets the shock ray through the Greymane. Doesn't get the counter kill, but it's a 1 for 3, my apologies. Greymane mounts up. Shoepuff has the has the Hortipult in 26. Varian closes the gap. Is this the end? Is this the end? 44 on Greymane, 20. That's low death timers. Boss is up if they want to just rush a boss. But it looks like Hogger goes in. Going through the wave, they've got Siege Giants down here as well. Alarak with a combo onto this Anubrak. The bug is squashed. Orphea now just respawning.
Team kill!
Does count as a team kill. Shoepuff going in with the Hortipult. Hogger bounces out of the Nexus. 158 sadism. Eternal Feast from Orphea doesn't get many procs. Ace. Oh my god, someone got it. I can't believe it. Who bet on 3? Who put on 3? Who did it? They just won a shitload of channel points. Who done it? 131 or more. Homie, you just won so many points, Rodney. Holy crap. Current Ektar, Ace, I'ma need you to die. Pass Ektar, Ace, take my last Q and W to survive with 2 digits of HP. How many points did you get? 15,800 go to Rodney is what stream says. This is why I like these fun bets. I love these fun bets when we're doing replay casting. Because it's like, oh, like someone could easily find out the ending score of this, but like how much sadism Alarak had at the end, you'd either have to like check a previous VOD, load up the game, like it's a lot of work. So I'm like, ooh, I like this. All right, next map in this best of 3. No ads will run for an hour and a half. Pre-rolls off for 37 minutes. Okay, so we can do another game without running an ad. And by the way, it is very much that easy to figure out if ads will run on your stream or not, so. It always boggles me that people don't try and actively, like, run stuff when nothing, I don't know. Also, I mean, there's more downtime in my kind of stream rather than, like, if someone's doing, well, I guess even then, like, if you're playing, like, ranked, like, you just run ads outside of the games while you're queuing, like, I don't know. It's weird to me. It's always weird to me that people don't actively try and get rid of pre-roll and stuff for, like, outside of content. I don't know, it's weird. Sorry. An hour and a half speedrun or so, that's hard to do. Wait, what? I mean, I guess, yeah, if you're doing speedruns, that makes sense. That makes sense. But even then, like, there are some speedruns where there's downtime in the run where you definitely could push an ad button. Like let's use Final Fantasy, for example. Let's use, like, Final Fantasy VII. There's points when you could run ads in the middle of that when there's, like, cutscenes and stuff. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't work for every single game, but the other thing you can do, too, is you could also run a chunk of ads and then do your speed run. And that way there's no ads during the vast majority of it. Anyways, this is just my little soapbox to get on, I guess. Let's see. So, are there any fun level 1s that we can make a gamble on? No. Uther apparently didn't even take a level 1, according to this website. Let's do first DK. Could do first Dragonite. Sorry, I keep pulling up the website. I don't want to do that. There we go. Nope. I want you to tab into OBS. Which team gets first DK? We won't do the triple bet. If there's no Dragonite grabbed, I'll just delete the bet completely. PBU, or is it Guts? All right, there we go. We'll do that. We'll do that. Which team gets the first Dragonite of the game? I'll get us into the game. I'll introduce the players, and we will get into our next map. Let's see what's going to happen here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and ProBUs proficient players. We've got the members of ProBUs on the left-hand side who never actually take ProBUs, from my understanding. 8-Bit on the Anubrak, Shoepuff on the Hogger, Ace on the Maev, Ektar to play the Rhaegar, and John Bunyan on the Chromie. To the right-hand side, we have Game of Thrones looking to take us to a map number 3 through Dragonshire. We're going to have Bella on the Li Ming, Beachy Man on the Kerrigan, Mr. Hustler on the Uther, Top Gun on the Brightwing, and Mojo on the Malthael. So I've got a fun prediction for you all. Which team gets the first DK? Which team will get the first Dragonite? Go ahead and get your gambles in while we take a look at the first engagement through this mid lane. Nubrak with a little impale, Mr. Hustler avoiding it. My brain is still on, like, Nations Cup casting, where I was like, wait a minute, a Nubrak was just played. They can't play a Nubrak again. Uther was just played. He can't be picked again. Anyways. As a reminder, the Nation Cup qualifier for NA is open for sign-up. It is being run by our wonderful friends over at NGS. If there's anyone in chat who has the link for it, you are welcome to post. I will be doing as much casting for that as possible, as the first kill will be had by the members of ProBUs. Predictions still open as to which team will get the first Dragonite if you want to gamble as well. If you're looking to play them odds, well, that gap is starting to close. You got a minute left.
You think yourself worthy to
this main tank Uther is distinct from healer Uther. Oh, I did see you put a cap at the end of that, but still. Thank you, Ashmantle, as well. Camps on left and right. Bruiser camps for the top lane. I'm assuming Siege Giants will be the next rotation. Chromie already poking over the far side of the wall. Rhaegar goes in to bite. God, Spectrum internet has been so wobbly lately. I don't know how to fix it. Oh, it's stressful. Little fan and knife here and there. 8-Bit fine in the mid lane. Top lane, Hogger actually is pushing up the wave into the fort front gate. Gonna try and push back the opposing side. I was gonna say Siege Giants, sorry, Bruiser Camp. Speaking of Siege Giants, those are in bottom lane. Umbral bind on a Mr. Hustler, face shift from Brightwing. Just a little too long, and Uther will go down. Another kill to the side of ProBUs, as John Bunyan's got the channel. Oh, no way it's this quick. Which team gets first Dragonite? ProBUs did. ProBUs got an immediate Dragonite here. Wow, that was, usually it takes a lot longer than that. It's just that easy. Apparently, it's just that easy. God dang. Mojo with a wave in the top lane. Ace doing their best to clear this out with the fan and knives, but Malthael does have some decent pressure, especially the Soul Rip consistently. Just draining out Ace, but this wave is gonna get some decent value up against the side of ProBUs, but Game of Thrones are gonna lose their mid lane fort to Hogger, and he gets a nice he safely bounces away. Oh god, late game words are hard. That was almost faster than the prediction itself. Yeah, pretty much. Dragonite spawns at what, 1:30? It's announced at 1 minute, spawns at 1 minute 30, and I mean it's only 3 minutes in game. I think that actually was faster than the prediction time. 7-6 in our kills as the bottom lane Bruiser camp will be worked on, but is there? Yeah, they're gonna see this rotation into the bottom lane wave. So instead of going for the camp, 8-Bit was actually looking to check the bush right there. The camp will be leashed, and 7 talent tier will be held onto for the time being. Or excuse me, they're going to be looking for 7 talent tier. This fight, I am surprised they're going in for this fight. I understand that the Umbral Bind will pull them back in. Beachy Man does go down. That's a 3rd kill over to the side of ProBUs as Shoepuff gets a very deep bounce, but has an easy way out of this. Mojo. Actually, another Vault of the Warden from Ace. Temporal Loop from Chromie as she's already at level 10. Anubrak burrows in to try and find some CC for the Chromie. Umbral Bind onto Bella. No activation onto the Spirit of Vengeance. 8-Bit getting chunked here. Armor reduction as well from these tower shots. And that's almost 2 structures down, 5 minutes in. Man, I gotta say, ProBUs came out of game number 1 angry. After game number 1, ProBUs was like, look, that early game, we got bullied. Let's just go ahead and return the favor. And it's seeming like that right now with this 3-0 in kills, but also structurally, mid fort's already down. Bottom lane fort sitting on, what, an 1/8 if you really... about an 1/8 of HP. Quarter, 1/8, I don't know how you want to split it.
Always be a dragon knight, but will it be you?
I don't understand the Game of Thrones draft. Are they just hoping to play off D-Shield Kerrigan or something? Oh, it's very single target deletion. Kerrigan lands a combo. Brightwing Polymorph, Uther stun. You can also see that Uther went into Hammer the Lightbringer, so it's going to be cooldown reduction on his hammer. He's also got the Pursuit of Justice. And then Li Ming burst ability. So it is a single target wombo. Single target deletions. But the issue is you have to be able to land those single target deletions. And Maev's got a self-cleanse. Anubarak can, he's got Burrow, which is kind of like a cleanse. Chromie will eventually have timeout. Ektar, the healer, has a baseline cleanse called Purge. So it is a little difficult to execute this. And I think that's really where it comes down. Draft-wise, the draft makes sense for like what they want to do. It's just being able to execute what they want to do. That's going to be the part that I feel like is going to be the most difficult, and it has been so far. Li Ming, Wave of Force at level 10 will be helpful as well. I'm a little surprised he didn't go Calamity, but I guess with the Umbral Bind, the displacement from Hogger, the CC from Anubarak, Chromie Temporal Loop and stuff like that, it kind of does make sense that Li Ming just wants to chuck damage from afar, and we actually won't see Wave of Force, we're going to see Disintegrate. And of course, that makes sense too, also into Cocoon from Anubarak. Taking Disintegrate into Cocoon is the more optimal choice. Alright, so here we should see an attempt on the combo. Stun from Uther. No. A little bit of a miscommunication on the play. There's Divine Storm for another. Look at Kerrigan just shredding into all of this. Big Ancestor healing will come through from Rhaegar. Emerald Wind from the Brightwing to try and push people back. That Soothing Mist was used, and Beachy Man just goes right back in. Uther's the one to go down. Kerrigan will fall as well. Just not able to get the single target kill that they're looking for, but that is a reset for Li Ming with the last rites, and no, they don't get a kill onto 8-Bit or anyone else. Unless we pick the map, then IDK, but it's roughly correct. Bella takes Orb Build, 100% Ming games. Oh, okay, so it's also, this is also the player itself likes to go Orb Build. Got it. But that is roughly how it's supposed to work. Kerrigan lands a combo, Uther follows up, Polymorph from Brightwing, Li Ming dumps damage. That character's deleted. Unfortunately, as we just saw in the top lane, that execution is not happening. Either it's a communication thing, either it's just the fight gets split, everyone gets frazzled, because it does look like a little bit like that. The fight did happen in this top lane, and the members of Game of Thrones seem to kind of be unsure of how they wanted to execute. Kerrigan going in, a split fight happening on the right-hand side with some zoning, so we'll see how it all works out in the end. We'll see how it all works out. 6-1 in kills, 13-11 in our levels between two teams, and another Dragon Knight has been achieved to the side of ProBUs. The Cocoon as a counter engages. Yep, Cocoon is also a good way to stop a lot of this. Temporal Loop is a good way to disrupt a lot of this as well. You've got staggering blows from Hogger to push back the enemies who want to collide or kind of collapse onto a single target. Portapult in from Hogger right here, trying to deny Mr. Hustler a way out of this engagement. Temporal Loop onto the Uther, and he walks through a lot of sandblasts, and he's fine. Uther's having a beach day. What order did you pick? A noob seems... Oh, okay, yeah. You're welcome... You're welcome to link the hero's profile page if you want. You are welcome to link that as well if you're referencing that. Hogger with a bounce through the enemy, and Shoepuff is like, I'm fine. It's whatever. No big deal. I'll throw some garbage, throw some dynamite behind me, and just back away. Ektar missed the click and purged an enemy? So he got a slow? He's like, I slow you! That's it! I had to remember what you actually do to the enemy, because I remember purification upgrades, but I forget the baseline onto the enemy. Hogger, Brightwing, Malthael. Oh, Hogger first, Malthael, Brightwing, then Maiev, Crummy. Okay, it's different orders. Okay, I see what you mean. He's talking back and forth between the two teams. By the way, Hogger's just Shoepuff's just doing Shoepuff things over here. And in bottom lane, this just feels like we need to force something. It's a really good slow, though. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's an 80% slow for 2 seconds. Decaying over 2 seconds, excuse me. I'm not denying that. Okay, 16 talents here to the side of ProBUs. Does Hogger get the bounce for this?
Control both shrines.
So Hogger will bounce out of the camp, given over to Malthael. Shoepuff gonna get disintegrated, but not actually fully melted. That's what you call it too? I don't remember what I even said. Oh boy, 6-2 in the kills. Still a talent tier advantage. A 2-level lead over the side of Game of Thrones as bottom lane keep is going to be pushed in. Chromie just chucking as much sand as possible. Catapult is locked onto this keep. Ace able to get out with the Spirit of Vengeance. Mounts up, and that'll be that. Mojo maybe gonna get a dismount? Nope, Ace is able to just sidestep it. Oh, Shu just doing Shu things? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like Samuros. They just do Samuro things. Solo laner, anyways. Portapult in, Shoepuff lands a huge staggering blow into the wall. Umbral bind onto 2. Divine Storm from Uther to try and break up some of this blow up as the Brightwing will be cocooned all the way to the right-hand side. Kerrigan does go down. Uther to fall. Ancestor healing onto Ektar, who gets slapped with the last rites. And Ektar giggles in the face of death. And that's Brightwing to fall. A solid team kill. And a Dragonite over to Ace here. This should be the ending of the map.
Night shall reduce you to cinders.
Keep very low. Dragonite in hand. This should be the end here. How much is Dragonite dealing into structures? We've got Maiev inside. We can take a look really quickly. That's Maiev. I want to see Dragonite. We got 657 damage into structures. Li Ming is back in. Kerrigan about to respawn, but the core is already dropping below 50%. And that will be GG, our 5th best of 5 of the day, going over to the side of ProBUs. Shu doing Shu things. But hey, you gotta give credit where it's due. Chromie and Li Ming with 69,000 siege damage. A 4 damage difference between Chromie and Li Ming. 4 damage. He just yells about going in and then he kills everyone. See, I do